What is up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with my second review of Married to Medicine. I did not review the first episode, but the first episode was pretty much a filler scene for what's to occur this season with Simone and Quad battling their friendship. Sweetie and Heavenly, I can't wait to see that. Contessa's back, Toya, Phaedra, and the first thing that they had was Cecil and Simone's 35th college reunion, and it was a Whitnick, which was a Freaknik version. And we're going to dive into this second episode. So after Freaknik with Simone and Cecil, Simone is not feeling well this morning. She got the bubble guts, okay? Having all of this liquor in her system at the age that she's in is not sitting well with her. So she will be glued to the toilet all day. But it was revealed that when they had their party, Quad made an appearance. And it's like, who invited her? So Cecil admit he did invite Quad because he has a friendship with Quad and he wanted it to be an opportunity for Simone and Quad to mend their relationship. Now, of course, Cecil is like the middleman that always pretty much has a different perspective, a different way of pushing Simone to say, go ahead, fix it. Because he did the exact same thing when he figured out a way for Jackie and Simone to mend their friendship as well. And she is willing to be friends with Quad, but whenever they are in that space where they're good, their friendship is thriving, all it takes is one tweet, all it takes is one statement that Quad doesn't like, and then she goes ghost. And I don't want to keep on waiting for the other shoe to drop if I'm constantly in a back and forth with somebody who wants a friendship but then get mad when something is being reminded of how we used to be at. Like, you know, how I might have said things about her once upon a time and how I responded to what she said about me. Like, I don't want to keep on looking over my shoulders where you're going to keep on referring back to how the past used to be instead of moving forward, which I don't have any issue with that as well. If we have let things go, we've let things go, we're starting anew, okay? And all Simone wants is for Quad to say, I want a friendship, but Simone did reflect on the fact that she owes Quad an apology for what she said in New York. We're going to move on. We get Sweet Tea and Gray. They go out. They have a cute banter, how he loves Sweet Tea when she's wearing her big, thick nerd glasses. They discuss on having children, and they're also discussing how their interaction with Heavenly and Damon was the night before. And they both tired of Heavenly, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, she just keeps on talking all that mess about Sweet Tea and discussing her, and it's just all negative. And Dr. Greg is still confused with Damon's feelings in the matter because all Damon wants out of Greg is for him to admit that he's never cheated on Heavenly. Like, Damon is really hell-bent on Greg saying, I don't know what you would do. I think that's an honest answer. Even if I've known you for all these years, I don't know what your marital home is like. I don't know what you would do behind closed doors. I don't. And it's crazy how you're checking me about what my wife said, but you're not checking your wife about what she said. She put me in the midst of fire as well as talking about my wife's business. Like, you can't do that. Your wife talks shit about everybody, and you don't think you can check her about it, but you want me to be checked about what I should say? No. In the same breath, or in the same scene, we got Heavenly and Damon. They're talking about the party. Heavenly always got to say some slick shit about Sweet Tea. And Damon's still mad about, if you know me, you know me. You should never believe that I would do anything to be disrespectful to my marriage. But I'm like, it was her repeating what Heavenly told her. Heavenly must have gotten drunk one night and exposed something she's never would ever tell anybody. And she told the Sweet Tea, and Sweet Tea revealed it. But that was because Heavenly was coming after Sweet Tea, okay? And I don't see how Heavenly finds it disrespectful for a woman to walk up to her husband and talk about her. But yet, Heavenly, you can talk shit about everybody else's relationship. You think you got everything in your right to talk major shit about everybody. The way you talked about Sweet Tea's endometriosis was not cool. And you bringing up Dr. Greg in a negative manner. And you also call this man a Pedialyte. You know what I'm saying? Like, you made reference to this man being a dangerous person. And that wasn't right. That was very disrespectful. So I don't understand how you are exempt from anybody mentioning anything about the way you talk about folks. It's crazy to me. And, you know, Damon said he wants to get back into that same place with Greg, but he thinks that Greg switched up because he got remarried. No, he didn't switch up because he got married. I think that you just been immune to the shit that Heavenly has done, and everybody is supposed to just, you know, fall in line. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how your wife gets, and everybody who has known your wife know how she gets. So if there's anybody new coming into the mix, they should just give the program. Sweet T's not going to follow the program. She's going to call out the shit that Heavenly does, and I'm here for it. And back at the dinner, Greg feels like if anybody can understand how you got a wife who goes off the ladder is me. I have to sometimes hold my wife back before she says anything out of pocket. So Damon, you should be able to check Heavenly, but Damon likes to check him behind closed doors unless he's placed in that predicament where he has to say something in front of her, in front of everybody. But he's immune and he does not want to rock the boat. Okay, it is completely peaceful whenever he doesn't check Heavenly. He doesn't want to go through that headache. But just like the season before with Sweet Tea revealing that Heavenly told her, you said you went up beside Damon's head with a frying pan. Because I honestly believe that Heavenly has said some things about her relationship with Damon to Sweet Tea and never thought that Sweet Tea would reveal it. But if you constantly are poking at somebody and talking about them, talking about their relationship, why would I hold your secrets? Girl, it's up and it's stuck. What's up? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I think that's Heavenly's issue with Sweet Tea right there. Because if anybody knew about the secret plan that Heavenly did, you know, form a friendship with Sweet Tea in order for Quad to be back on the show. This was all to help Quad get a job, okay? Now that her and Quad are back cool, she's going to pretty much say, fuck Sweet Tea. But moving on from there, Dr. Jackie, she's doing her famous Dr. Jackie, okay? She got another famous client, it's Cash Doll. You know, she's basking in the celebrity status of her being recognized as pretty much the celebrity OBGYN. And, you know, just flaunting. This is all it is for Dr. Jackie. She's just flaunting that she got another celebrity client and gives a awareness statement about the mortality rate for Black women who don't receive the same treatment when they are in the hospital delivering children, which I can definitely understand, and that it is important that we do discuss when women are coming in with ailments, with problems. Doctors need to listen to their patients, point blank period. And we're going to move on. We got Quad. Quad is handing out birthday invitations, and the theme is A Night in Paris. It's a Moulin Rouge theme. It's burlesque. It's sexy. And she wants to be in a good place with these ladies. She believes that her apology in New York was a step in the right direction, but she still got a little bit of an issue with the ladies not apologizing to her in Napa. And why didn't she receive an apology? And why didn't she address that she deserves an apology? I don't know. Maybe I was on Simone's side at that point because I felt like they were calling you out for your lack of consistency. You don't come around unless the cameras are on. You don't let them know what's going on in your life. And when it's time for you to open up, you still keep things secret. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel that space. But it could be vice versa. It could be that the ladies don't give Quad that space because they do want for her to open up. But if you're so quick to say we're not good enough for you, you don't really fuck with us like that until the cameras are on, we can't tell where you want to be. So I can understand both sides. So out of all the ladies, she's cool. It's just Simone, okay? The first person that she invites is Simone. She has her driver and her flight attendants to deliver their invitations, which I found very cute. And when Simone came out and saw Quad in her Rolls Royce, they had an affectionate laugh and hug. And I love that they had that chemistry, that they could just show that love and affection towards one another. But they need to have conversations, all right? And you know, that's all it is. You know, Simone can see a friendship like Quad can see a friendship, but there needs to be conversations. So we see Contessa and Sweet Tea at her home. They're playing pool. They're not very good at it. Contessa's body is amazing. So they were talking about the party, and Sweet Tea was triggered by Heavenly. You know, her presence, all the negative comments that she said. And if anybody can understand how Heavenly can go for the jugular, it's Contessa. Yes, we all know that season where Contessa and Heavenly were not in a good place. And when Contessa said when Heavenly goes in that closet and talks shit on her computer, she goes off. Okay, she talks shit inconsistently. But, you know, Sweet Tea, she's not going to keep on going back and forth with Heavenly on this, okay? All I can do is change who I am. All I can do is speak up on how things have made me feel, okay? And I don't want to stay in that negative space. She can stay in that space all by herself. So when Quad's flight attendants came to Contessa's home to give her the invite, and Contessa wanted to make it known that Sweet Tea was there, Quad either didn't hear her or they edited out, or she really just said, we got to be on our way. Pretty much not give any recognition to Sweet Tea at all. And maybe felt like she was following the protocol of giving her invite personally. But Sweet Tea said, I'm not going to that. I'm okay. I was not expecting to receive an invite. And frankly, I don't give a damn. Okay. When I first saw this, I'm like, damn, Quad, you couldn't say hello? Common courtesy. Like, I get it. Okay, Sweet Tea and Greg are coming on the show you started off with. Okay, I get that. Territorial. But I don't think that Sweet Tea really did anything to you, in my opinion. Maybe that's just me. Just saying hi, hello could have been enough. But I guess Sweet Tea is just going to chum it up with, hey, it is what it is. I'm just going to just do my part and form my friendships. Don't care what she got to say. And Contessa thought that it was awkward. You know, I thought everybody was moving along with this group, but to see this type of reaction, I feel a bit different. And so back in the car, Quad and her friends are talking, and they said, who was that old lady with the glasses? She said, what old lady? The ones with the thick square glasses. Oh, that's my ex-husband's new wife. Now, Quad, you could at least say her name. You didn't have to say it like that. To, like, you know, point out references that, yeah, my ex-husband moved on. That's his new wife, and she's on my shit. You see how that makes me feel? Like, I get it, Quad, okay? But you don't gotta be salty like that. And her reasoning for not inviting Sweet Tea is because she married her ex-husband. She moved into the home that she used to live in. But don't you have a new home? And we're about to find out you got a new man, but I think it's the territorial factor of I started this show with this person. Now this person is back on the same show I'm on with a new wife. I guess I'm not really comfortable in that aspect. Like, it ain't about wanting Greg back. No. But I think that they're going to be pretty much reaping off a check I've been getting all this time. And I don't want to share what I've been getting from this show with them. That could be it. That could be it. But I don't know. I feel like you don't have to form a friendship with Sweet Tea, but you have to at least acknowledge her. I guess the acknowledgement is, I know she's on this show and that's it. I ain't got to talk to her. I ain't got to hang out with her. I don't know. Forgive me, but I just do not know. So it's 3 hours before Quad's party. She did a walkthrough, and you know, she just kept on talking about how many times a year she went to Paris. Her favorite place to go to is the Moulin Rouge. And it's like, it's sexy. I want ladies to wear lingerie, wear nice skin tight clothes, just have fun, let your hair down. All right. So Heavenly and Jackie were in her home finding outfits, wondering if they're going to leave their ass out or not. Then we got Contessa, Toya, and Simone at her house getting ready, overseeing the outfits, because they all know Quad likes to throw a party. When you know it's a Quad party, it is a party of everything being over the top. It's dramatic. It's everything. Okay. So they were discussing how awkward it was when Contessa received her invite and Sweet Tea was there and she didn't get one. And if they felt like they were pretty much, you know, excluding Sweet Tea out. And Toy was in a confessional and asked the viewers, y'all thought Quad was going to be okay with her ex moving on with the new young girl? Because that ain't what happened. Y'all thought she was going to be okay with this? Absolutely not. But Toy is trying to attach the way that Quad just excluded Sweet Tea out of an invitation to her party when Toya threw Sweet Tea's bachelorette party last year and Quad came in uninvited. But wasn't that supposed to be something to infiltrate Phaedra in the mix too? And Quad was a guest. But I don't know. I felt like the way that Toya aligned it kind of made sense to me, because that was something that I never expected for her to show up. How can you show up being the ex-wife to the new wife bachelorette party? How does that work? I don't understand. And Toya is just going back and forth with, do Quad miss the life that she used to have? Do she miss Greg? Probably not. Maybe the connections, the life that she used to lead, but not Greg entirely. And you know, with talking about that, maybe they can have a conversation to understand where that comes from. So she goes to Simone, when y'all gonna fix y'all shit? Because y'all know how I get. I don't like being in a space with people that we can smile and laugh and hang out, but yet we're not discussing real issues. I don't want to be fake. And she said, I don't like that either, but how are you in Quad? Oh, we good. We brewing. You know what I'm saying? At New York, Toya felt the genuineness in Quad's apology. And Eugene did as well. So she kept that same energy back to Atlanta. And they've been moving forward. And you got to be an ass to still be mad about something that you received an apology for. That can give that input you don't want to move forward. But I'm very happy that Quad and Toya have mended their friendship. And, you know, they pretty much are taking on the role of not allowing other people to dictate how they treat each other. And Simone's on that same wavelength as well. Like, I've been trying for 5 years, okay? And I just don't want to keep on going back and forth because I do owe her an apology. Because Simone mentioned, you know, in New York about Quad's niece passing. And she said that was wrong. I went too far. And I owe her an apology. Even though in my mind, I felt like I didn't have an issue because she didn't go into great detail. But I felt like since it was a fresh wound, just saying it in any kind of way, it still would have affected her. But Toya said that's not Quad's issue. She said, what's the issue? The issue is Napa. How y'all brought her to Napa. Y'all told her y'all don't have an emotional connection with her. And you told her to leave. And Simone is like, what? Now, I'm not keep on apologizing on doing things and I know I didn't do wrong because I don't think that Simone felt like she was wrong in any way of expressing how she felt with Quad, of how they have navigated their friendship on different terms and it didn't feel consistent. It didn't feel real. So she's not looking forward to that conversation. But if that's Quad's main problem, then we're going to have a conversation on. Because when Quad told Toya when they had a flashback, when they hung out, she said, y'all could have handled me a bit differently in Napa. So Toya heard Quad, relayed the message back to Simone so that way Simone can figure out how to interject in this conversation. So everything's all ready for Quad's party. I loved Toya's gold lame outfit. Contessa's outfit was giving Party City. Okay, she had all these different corsets and pink tutus and lace stockings and different types of headwear that was like, girl, this is a burlesque party, not a costume party. I think there's a difference. And I love the whole entire aesthetic of it all. I really did. So everybody came and Heavenly was getting drunk from the get-go. She took one shot when she walked in the door and she just kept on drinking. They meet the venue owner and they asked her who put all this together. She said Quad's boyfriend. So it's like, oh, rim shot. She got a boyfriend. They all know that Quad don't be telling them her business. She don't. And I don't think that it's wrong of Quad to keep this type of information away from y'all because y'all just starting to get back into a friendship. So y'all can't expect for her to tell y'all everything. Y'all can't. Even though Toya and Quad have moved forward, it's like she don't tell no person shit like that yet. But this is also Simone's issue with Quad. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know what you have going on. You never tell us what's going on. You never invite us to anything. Like, we want to know you. You know what I'm saying? We want to hang out with you. And if you keep something like this from us, do we even have a real friendship? I feel like we don't shy away from what we have going on. We tell you what we have going on, but you don't tell us what you have going on. But again, this is fresh, brand new. Y'all can't expect to just jump back in like it used to be. It's going to take some growth. It's going to take some baby steps. And it's going to take some consistency on both parts. So, you know, she has a whole other life that nobody's privy to. Hell, even Heavenly didn't even know. When they wanted to ask Heavenly, do y'all know she had a boyfriend? She said, she don't tell me shit. And Heavenly speaks to her the most. But I think that Quad made sure she never told Heavenly because Heavenly likes to run her fucking mouth. No telling what Heavenly might have said if she even got a whiff of who Quad has been seeing. No telling, okay? But when they did meet, after that whole conversation, Heavenly even gave Contessa a hug. And she said that's twice. Because she gave her a hug at the Whitney, thought it was a mistake because she was in character. But no, I am in another character and you're still giving me a hug. So you do mean this hug you're giving me? So we're friends? I don't know. We'll see. So, while the ladies are over there at her party, Cecil decides to have a guys' night where all the men will hang out, drink, have a good time because they weren't invited. And the energy between Dr. Damon and Dr. Greg is awkward. Okay, Eugene's in the middle. And, you know, they're just discussing how Quad never wanted the men at the party. And Letitia didn't have a problem with Greg going out because she didn't get a chance to go because she didn't want to go. And I think Eugene said, I think it was okay that she didn't go. Greg said, but I don't care. You know, I hope that she finds somebody that loves her, that matches the same vibe that she has. But I don't know if they read too deep into Greg thinking that Quad is only able to move on because she found somebody. Because they were all defending Quad by saying she has been happy even if she didn't find anybody. What makes you think she can only be happy because she found somebody? I don't think that's what he meant. I don't, but I feel like, you know, y'all did make it so awkwardly aware when the Sweet Tea came along. Y'all kept on reminding her of what y'all used to do with Greg and Quad, and y'all made a point to mention it when you guys had the housewarming at the house. So I feel like Greg just wanted to nip in the bud and say, do not mention anything else about what Quad might be doing because I don't care about Quad anymore. We're divorced. I am remarried. Let her be happy. That's how I took it. But either way. So finding out that Quad got a new man, they're all scouting on who could be this mystery man. Don't worry, he's coming out. And when she comes out in her fashion and her outfit, I loved it. It was giving pearls and chandelier and sexy. Loved it all, okay? So when she takes the mic, she makes an announcement to bring out her special man. And we meet her boyfriend. His name is King. He's a very handsome chocolate man, okay? I love the beard and everything. He's nice and tall. And throughout that this man paid for everything. This man loves me. He reassures me. He makes me feel loved and special. He's a good man, Savannah girl. She was doing all that and then some. Because everybody was speculating as what could he look like? Could he be young? Could he be this? And they all got that in a nice little bow. Okay. Now she, you know, talks about that's my man. That's my man. Okay. They've been together for a year. And when they first met through a mutual friend, and you know, it's just been going up from there. She's very, very, very happy. And you know, she, you know, introduces them to her friends. You know, they were like, okay, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice, nice. So after that, Toya addresses, you know, we feel kind of bad that Sweet Tea isn't here. She said, there's a reason why she isn't here. Okay, because I want this to be about us and this and that and the third. And they were like, well, Toya understands that you feel some type of way, but I'm sick of the crybabies, okay? I understand that you felt some type of way about how we treat you in Napa, but did you have to take that energy and not invite Sweet Tea? But she said, what y'all did to me wasn't half of what I just did to Sweet Tea. But you know what, maybe I'm just looking at it from a forward perspective. Like I'm literally thinking about in real life, would this be a problem? I don't think it would be a problem because if you moved on, you don't see nothing wrong. I don't think you have any hatred for Greg. Maybe it's a reminder of how it used to be on the show, but if you moved on, let it be. But I don't know. I don't know. But you know what? Maybe it's because you're not trying to be possessive of your friendship because you are only restarting your friendship with the ladies. So as far as Sweet Tea, y'all can do what y'all want with her. I don't gotta be around her. I ain't got no hate for her. It is what it is. And Toya's like, why do I keep on calling out the frauds? Okay, why? But Jackie in the background saying, why would I invite my ex-husband wife to my event? Well, Quad came to her bachelorette party that she wasn't invited nor thought of. So I don't understand, but I don't think Sweet Tea would even try to like stick it to Quad in that way because I don't think she cares for Quad in that way. But either way, fine. So Simone and Quad, they have a moment where Quad reassures her that we're going to have a real sister-girl conversation and we're going to move forward. And Simone appreciates the invite. She appreciates the whole introduction with knowing that you have a boyfriend and knowing that you introduce him to us. That gives me the sign that you want this friendship, and all Simone wants is consistency, okay? I want you to feel comfortable, you know, coming around us again like you used to do with Greg. I don't want there to be tension. Like, I don't want any of that, okay? So that was it. That was done. Quad's party was great. Now we get to the fellas. Greg talked about, you think there'll be drama tonight? And he said, I don't know if there might be, might not be. You know how these women get. Damon said he doesn't really care about the ladies getting along or not. But Greg says, okay, well, we know how the ladies can be, right? But there's got to be a point where if there's a whoa moment, if there's an out-of-pocket moment, and you be like, what? You said what? Don't you think that that should be your time to say something? He said,
Well, I don't really worry about Heavenly. I mean, I think Heavenly gets along with everybody, right?
It was quiet as a church mouse in there. Like everybody was silent. You can hear crickets. They were like, Damon, are you all right? Your wife gets along with everybody? Okay. When Dr. Eugene said she has the potential to get along with everybody, but she always ruins that potential. And um he feel like, I don't want to go out of my way to disrespect anybody, but if you disrespect my wife, I'm gonna have to stand up and defend my wife. But Greg said, I get that, but your wife came at me and I didn't say nothing to Heavenly. Like she went in on me talking about how I'm not respecting the community. She talked about my practice. She called him a Pedialyte, Damon. Okay, like she put hashtag abuser, hashtag controlling. Those are damaging words to say about somebody. Are you all right? But then he's like,
why are you so sensitive, man? Like, are you okay? Did anything happen to you?
I'm like, Damon, what? It's not about if anything happened. Your wife should not talk about this man in that way. And she has a very public platform that she goes off and never gets checked about. To tell him why you so sensitive, are you sure, sir? Damon, you're projecting about the fact that since Greg never defended you when it came down to the cheating thing, now you feel like, except what my wife says to you, girl, like literally, girl, suck it up. Because if you're not going to defend me, I'm going to say what my wife said wasn't wrong. Damon, you full of shit. Like, that's crazy. Like, first of all, your wife and my wife have words. You come at me, and I'm the one that's sensitive. I got involved in shit that I didn't need to get involved in. Like, that's crazy. Like, that makes no sense to me. It really don't. Um, what else happened? So, I think Cecil said, the women, they can be cool for a long time, but then when they get in their feelings, they be, exposing each other's secrets when they get mad. And Heavenly wants to come out and give a bold-faced lie that she never shared any personal details with Sweet Tea. You might have been inebriated when you did it, Heavenly. You might not have been sober, but I do think you disposed some kind of secret of Sweet Tea. And I think you did. I think you just trying to make it about Sweet Tea coming after you when she never came after you. And y'all can miss me with that. But again, like I said, Damon's real problem was Greg not defending him. Listen, even if I known you for 12 years, 15 years, 20 years, I still don't know what you would do behind closed doors. But you mad that I'm not defending you, but yeah, you can't understand that the way your wife came at me for no reason isn't warranted. But then Damon goes for a next petty route and accuse Greg of rejecting his clients. Because Greg said he's been very, very busy, and over the years when they were, in their professional relationship, he would take on Damon's clients as a courtesy of being a good friend to him, but he hasn't been able to do that. So Damon, because you're not getting the defense you needed to make yourself out to be this good guy that would never cheat on your wife, you're mad at Greg for not taking in your patients, and you thought that it was a get back at you. So now you're triangulating. You won't defend me as a faithful husband. Now I'm going to go after you with you not being a good profession, a good psychiatrist, and taking in my clients. Yeah, that's not right, Damon. Not right. Why would Greg jeopardize his own psychiatric practice to get back at you by not taking in your patients? Why would he do that? That makes no sense. And he said, no, it's never been that. I've just been very, very busy. But, maybe Greg could be, feeling a bit slighted about how Damon is just not checking his wife about the things that's been said about Sweet Tea. That maybe he didn't have an availability for Damon's clients. He probably didn't. But I don't think that's something to really be mad over. But again, Damon is so frustrated with the fact that Greg is not coming out with saying, I don't believe that Dr. Damon is a cheater. But again, I can't say what you want me to say. If I don't know, I don't know. Like, boy, if you know you're not a cheater, then defend yourself. Say, I'm not a cheater. But I didn't hear you say you're not a cheater. I didn't hear it. So, Damon, just thought that would have been the issue, but it wasn't. And he said, I'm good if you good. I don't think Greg is really good. I don't think he's okay with the way things are. I don't. But, Greg did believe that he felt like Damon at least heard him out, and maybe he can direct his frustrations on his wife because that's who needs it the most. But Cecil said, I mean, it was a start of a conversation. Do I think it's resolved? Probably not. It seemed a bit superficial to me. Like it's not explained. Like we're not talking about the relying issue. The relying issue is your wife says too much on her platform. She talks too much. She talks out of anger. She talks out of jealousy, talks out of frustration. And whenever she gets exposed, she take it back and say, I never said that. I didn't mean to. We're back in the cycle again of Helen going off when she needs to take a step back. You don't say nothing. You don't reprimand her. That's the whole point. Heavenly does not get reprimanded until everybody points out what she says wrong. That's it. That's pretty much it. I enjoyed the second episode. It looks like the third episode might be really, really good, but that's it. I ain't got no more to say. But y'all, that's it. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for my next video. And I'm see you guys later. Bye.